Okay, hi. Sorry y'all can't see me. We're in a little bit of trouble getting the right angle here. So we're going to go through week 10, day 3 and 4, which of course we would have done Wednesday in class if I had been there. Ada's going to help me a little bit. This is going to help y'all to do this here at home and maybe get a little bit of a taste of how we do it in class also. So anyway, we're going to do day 3 and 4. And we always work our way through the list at the top of the page. And I like to do both sentences together. So we're going to start off real quick. And let's take a look at day 3 and 4. We'll just read them. You follow along as I read it out loud. The princess, who was artful and cunning, formed a plan. She set to work and made a purse, indistinguishable from the bag of a soldier, so that no one would know one from the other. So, what are our vocabulary words in the day 3 sentence?
Cunning and indistinguishable.
Okay, cunning is in our day 3 sentences.
Okay.
That's right. And then day 4 is?
Indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable. You have any ideas about what cunning might mean?
Sly, snarky,
Snarky.
obnoxious.
Okay. Okay, so sly, I think, is a really good option. I liked your alliteration there, sly and snarky. That was good. Yeah, sly. Sly was one of your spelling words, wasn't it, this past week? Very good. And indistinguishable, you have any ideas about what it might mean?
Might mean like apart, like very identical.
Okay, yeah. Look alike, maybe? Okay. So you'll get to look those up at home with your mom, but those are some good guesses about what they might mean. So, vocabulary, we're done. Now we're going to look here. Do we have any indentation symbols in either one of these sentences? Let's take a look at day 3. Is there a symbol for an indentation? Yeah. So we're going to start a new paragraph. That tells us that we need to start a new paragraph. And the main reason we're starting a new paragraph is because we've got a new subject. We're learning about the princess forming a plan. Okay, so our subject has changed, and that's why we're starting a new paragraph. All right, very good. So now we're going to look for homophones in day 3 and day 4. Now, what are the homophones that we've practiced the most so far?
There, and there.
There, and there. And you have a card, obviously, in your binder that helps you to practice. Yeah, because they're words that sound alike, but they
mean different things.
Yeah, well, and they look different, right? They
Mhm.
sound alike, but they look different. Okay, so the princess who was artful and cunning formed a plan. Do we have any homophones in that sentence?
No.
We don't. Okay, well, let's move on to day 4, and let's just check to see if we have any homophones there. She set to work and made a purse, indistinguishable from the bag of the soldier, so that no one would know one from the other. Do we have the homophones in there? Technically, okay. What are the homophones?
No one and no one.
Very good. Okay, so they're not the ones that we've been practicing, but it's still kind of fun to look for them, isn't it?
That one can be like, that no could be like, no, don't eat that cookie. And then that could be like, I know there's a cookie there.
Very good. Well, and even though we don't see, remember, one, if we spelled it differently, we have a homophone here too, right? One and one. Now, again, this is just for fun, practicing homophones. We don't have to mark it in this sentence. We would if it were there, and there, and it gave us the choice. But we're not doing that now.
No.
Yeah, no. I don't think we're going to get to that one. But, anywho, so we've found our vocabulary words, we've indented, and now we've searched out our homophones, and technically we have some, but not really. Okay, so this section of our list are the fixes. These are the mistakes that we're looking for that we will try to fix, okay? We're going to skip over this section of the list, and I want to go over here to our parts of speech, the grammar notations. And let's just start there. And I'm going to change colors here. I'm going to change to a pink marker. And let's go ahead and begin with, I like looking for nouns, but starting with articles, right? Ada, what are the articles?
A, N, and D.
A and the. I think it's important to say A and the and not A and the.
Because
yeah.
then you'll think, wait, is it and the like the is also there, or is it and is an article too? You'll get confused. Even you got confused.
That's right, I did get confused. So, a and the are the articles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the sentence and you yell stop when we get to an article. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to start with day 3. The
stop.
Where?
Right there.
What's that word?
That's the.
What part of speech is it?
Article.
An article. Very good. The what?
The princess.
The princess. What part of speech is princess?
A noun.
Noun. How do you know?
Because it's a person.
It's a person and
it's being
a noun always follows
an article.
Very good. All right, so let's continue. The princess, remember, tell me to stop if I come to an article. The princess, who was artful and cunning, formed a plan.
Wait, stop.
Where? Where do I stop?
A.
A is what part of speech?
Article.
Very good. A what?
Plan.
Okay, what part of speech is plan?
A noun.
A noun, how do you know?
Because it's a person. I mean a thing.
It's a thing, and a
And
noun
it
always
follows an article.
Very good. Why don't you put noun over plan, or in over the word plan? Perfect.
Okay, all right.
Very good. Nice. All right. So let's go on to the second sentence, or the day 4 sentence. Again, tell me to stop if we come to an article. She set to work and made
Stop.
Where? Article. Okay, A. What part of speech is it?
Article.
Very good. A what?
A purse.
A purse. What part of speech is purse?
A noun.
How do you know?
Because it's a thing.
It's a thing, and a
noun
noun
is
always follows
follows
an
an
article. Very good. Okay, so she made a purse indistinguishable from the...
Stop.
Ooh, where?
The
Okay, what part of speech is the...
is an article.
Very good. We put an AR above it. Is it the what?
The bag.
The bag. What part of speech is bag?
A noun.
How do you know?
Because it's it always follows an article and it's
A thing. Very good. All right, you're doing great. All right, so from the bag of these...
Stop.
Where? Yeah, okay. It's an article. All right, so the what?
soldier. That would
This-
be a
What
noun.
part of speech?
A noun.
A noun. How do you know?
Because it's a person.
It's a person. And a noun always follows.
an article.
Bring it. Okay, so the soldiers, so that no one would know one from the other.
Stop.
Ooh, stop. Where am I stopping? Let's see this. I think it's still going. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so we're stopping where?
The
The. Very good. So that is, what part of speech is the?
article.
Article. Very good. The what?
The other
Okay, the other what?
purse.
Very good. Okay, so purse or other is actually a noun in this, and how do we know?
Because it's followed by article.
It's it comes after an article. Very good. So nouns always follow articles. Very good. Sometimes you might have an adjective in between here, but that's one reason that we know that
But
it's a
you
noun.
can it's still a noun, even though there could be a word.
Yeah, because it's replacing the word purse.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so we've found all of our nouns and articles. I'm pretty sure sometimes nouns don't have an article in front of them. So let's just double check here to make sure that we don't have any other persons, places, or things that we have skipped over, and make sure that we label them. But we've got the princess, who was artful and cunning, formed a plan. Okay. She set to work and made a purse from the bag of the soldier so that no one would know one from it. Yeah, I don't think we have any more nouns. Do you?
Would one be a part because that no one, that would be a way of saying people. So it'd be
Very
like
interesting.
A group of people would know one, because this is different. It's using like no one will know.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
you won't know this one from the other.
Okay, very good. So, promise we did not practice this, but yes, in this particular case, one is a pronoun. But that's advanced stuff. You don't really have to know it right now, but good job for kind of pointing that out. That's awesome. Okay, so I think we're good. We've checked off our nouns, our articles. We'll go back over here. We've done quotations and marks, blah, 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 blah. So the next thing that we're going to look for is pronouns, okay? What is a pronoun?
A pronoun is
a part of speech that takes the place of a noun or a pronoun. Very good. All right, takes the place of a noun or a pronoun. What are the pronouns, Ada? Can you do your little chant that Miss Wagner taught you?
I, you, he, she, it's, we, they, me, you, him, her, it, us, them.
Okay, very good. And we also have the pronouns listed here on a card in our binder, so that's very helpful to be able to review the pronouns. Now, one thing that we've noticed is that all of the pronouns that we've used so far are personal pronouns because they take the place of a person. So let's be thinking about that as we look for pronouns. We're going to be looking for those words that take the place of a person, of the name of a person. So let's see. Do we have any pronouns in sentence, our day 3 sentence? The princess who was artful and cunning formed a plan. Pronouns? I don't think so. All right, let's check here in day 4. She.
Stop.
Ooh, she. Okay. She is a pronoun. Okay, so let's put a PR. Now, what person does she take the place of?
The princess.
Ah, the princess. Very good. Okay, so she is a pronoun that has taken the place of a noun. And it happens to be a personal pronoun taking the place of a person. Very good. All right, awesome.
That was
okay.
Good.
She set to work and made a purse indistinguishable from the bag of a soldier so that I don't think we have any other pronouns in here. All right?
All right.
Ah, dirt. Okay. Sorry, I'm not very technically advanced here, so oops. Okay. So let's go on. We found all of our pronouns. Now we're going to look for who, which clauses, okay?
I know.
Now, whenever, I'm going to read the sentence, and whenever I come across a who or a which, you stop me by what?
Who or
Okay, a witch is cackle. That was awesome.
Do it.
Who, right? Or okay, good. No. All right, that's embarrassing. All right, here we go. So let's read through sentence, our day 3 sentence. Stop me if there's a who or a which. Ready? The princess who was who. Very good. All right, so how are we going to mark that?
WW.
WW. Now, Ada, real quickly, tell me what the entire clause is. Read the entire who, which clause.
The princess.
Begin with your who.
Who was artful and cunning.
Very good. That's the whole clause. All right, so who was artful and cunning. Now, what clues do you have in this sentence to tell you where the clause begins and where it ends? The comma, right? You go from comma to comma, okay? Or if this were at the end of a sentence, it would be comma to an end mark, right? A period, exclamation point, or a question mark. Okay, very good. So that's our who, which clause. Who. All right, very good. Now, we are going to look for verbs, all right?
Okay.
A verb is a part of speech that shows
action
or a verb. No, that's not it. Verb is a part of speech. A verb is part. Verb shows
action or a state of being.
Very good. So a verb shows action or a state of being. And we have some questions. We have our little verb test over here when we're looking for action verbs. We can ask these 2 questions. I will fill in the blank, or yesterday I blanked. Very good. So we're going to use that to help us find verbs. So we know action verbs, state of being verbs, okay, and helping verbs. Some of our state of being verbs are actually in our helping verbs list, right? Let's go ahead and go over the helping verbs. You ready? Am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, has, have, had, do, does, did, may, might, must, Be, being, been. Those are some of our state of being verbs. So let's look here, and first of all, let's just figure out who is this sentence about. The princess who was artful and cunning formed a plan. Who is this sentence about?
The princess.
The princess. Now we want to find out, what is she doing in this sentence, okay? Or what is she being?
She's forming and she's being cunning.
Ah, good guess. Let's step back for a minute. Let me ask you a question. First of all, what is the princess doing in this sentence? Okay, look right here.
She's forming.
She's forming a plan. Very good. So if we wanted just to do the verb test to see if this is actually an action verb, I would ask, I will formed. Does that make sense?
No.
No. But what if I say, yesterday I formed? Does that make sense? Okay, very good. So we're going to mark that VB. All right, now, in this sentence, is the princess being anything? We know she's doing something, but is she being anything? The princess who was artful and cunning.
I guess you would say she's being artful and cunning.
Very good.
But it says who was artful and cunning.
Was right there is our verb. It's our, yeah.
It would be like what she's being, and it helps the verb. Like,
okay, very good. So was is a state of being verb, and it's also a helping verb. So let's go ahead and put that on there. Am is are was, were, be, being, been. State of being verbs. Okay, very good. So let's move on. We're almost done. We're getting really, really close. Let's continue to look for verbs in day 4, okay? So first of all, who is this sentence about? The princess. Very good. Now, is she, let's just start with this. Is she doing anything in this sentence? She set to work and made a purse. Let's just stop there, okay?
Setting and working.
Ah, okay. Let's test that real quick, okay? Let's see what she's doing. If I say, I will set, does that work? Does that make sense? That does make sense. What if I say, I will to work? Does that make sense?
No.
No, that doesn't make sense, does it? Or what if, yesterday I to work? Does that make sense? No. So the verb here is actually what?
Set.
Set. Very good. The verb is set. Okay? So she set to work, and what did she do next?
Made.
She made. Very good. I will made. Does that make sense?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday I made. Very good. Yeah, it's in the past tense. So we're going to put VB above made. She set to work and made a purse indistinguishable from the bag of the soldiers so that no one would know one from the other, okay? So what does she not want them to be doing? She doesn't want them to
be knowing.
She doesn't want them to be knowing, to know. And right here we have what kind of verb?
What kind?
But what part of speech is that?
A verb. Helping.
Helping verb, because it helps.
The verb.
It helps the verb know. Very good. So write VB over would and over know. Good job. Very good. So that no one would know one from the other. All right. Now, let's go back. And let's go ahead. We haven't done our end marks yet. Let's go back here just real quick and let's take a look and see if we have the proper end marks for these sentences, okay? Actually, we haven't done any of this middle part. I forgot. So we did our verbs, we did our helping verbs. Let's come back. This is what it's like in class, me forgetting a lot. Okay, so here we go. End marks. Let's read this first sentence again. The princess, who was artful and cunning, formed a plan. Is this sentence asking you a question? Is it asking anything?
No.
Okay, is this sentence giving a command?
No.
No. Is this sentence expressing strong feeling?
No.
No. I think this sentence is declarative because
it makes a statement.
It makes a statement. Very good. So we put a period at the end of a declarative sentence.
Period.
Okay. Very good. Now let's look at this day 4 sentence. She set to work and made a purse indistinguishable from the bag of a soldier so that no one would know one from the other. Is this sentence asking a question? No, the sentence is not asking a question. Is this sentence giving a command?
No.
No, it's not giving a command. Is it expressing strong feeling?
No.
No. So this must be a declarative sentence because it makes a statement. It's just giving us information. So we're going to put a period at the end because it is a declarative sentence making a statement. All right, finally, is anyone saying anything in this sentence? Because if they are, we've got to put quotation marks around what they're saying. Is anybody saying anything? No, no one is saying anything in either one of these sentences. So we can check off quotations. And finally, apostrophes. Is there a way that we can use a possessive apostrophe in one of these sentences to make it a better sentence? I think there is. Let's check it out and see. Yeah. One of the things that we look for in our Fix-It Grammar books is when we can use an apostrophe, a possessive apostrophe, that text is going to be underlined. So, Ada, is there any underlined text in these sentences?
Right here and right here.
Okay, good. Why don't you read it for me? Just the underlined text.
From the bag of the soldier.
Very good. From the bag of the soldier. Okay, so how could we fix that and use an apostrophe to just make this a better sentence? Instead of saying from the bag of the soldier, what could we say?
You could
just tell me.
Mark that out.
Okay.
And mark that out, and you mark that out, and then you put from the bag, from the soldier's bag.
The soldier's bag. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to mark out the bag of the soldier, and we're going to come over here. I'm going to write it, honey. The soldier. SOLDIER apostrophe S. The soldier's bag.
So annoying.
All right, here we go. Ada, thank you.
So,
all right.
We already did it.
So we found our spot to do the possessive apostrophe, and I think we're done. I hope that this is helpful. You want to take a curtsy bow, whatever. Okay. Okay. Over to the side. Somebody get the cane. All right. Okay. So hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you. Oh, keep it coming.
Okay, bye.